Well, a lot of people say to me, you know, when's Artie coming back? When's he going to come on? When's he going to do this? And really, you know what? I can't even process what went down with Artie, and I really don't understand it. And as I said in the article, the one thing I want to see is Artie stay alive. And I realized that him being on the show, he kept trying to tell me, kept saying to me, this is going to end badly. This is going to be bad. I'm not happy, you know. I mean, it's the best job I ever had, but I couldn't even understand what he was trying to tell me. So that confusion, it's very hard for me to understand what the right thing is to do. And I kind of just throw my hands up in the air and say, I am not knowledgeable enough to handle what's going on with Artie. I'm just not.
Do you feel responsible at all for
No, not responsible. I gave him a job. I mean, no, I don't feel responsible. I love Artie, but I don't know how to handle that situation, and I think it's a private matter that has to be dealt with him and whoever his close people are, his family, I assume, or a psychiatrist or something. And I'm telling you, that's real life and death stuff. I mean, here's a guy I worked with for all these years and have tremendous respect for, try to kill himself, try to plunge a knife into himself and end his life. This is no joke, and I don't know how to handle it. I'll be honest. And if you know how to handle it, you're a better person than I am. You think, hey, putting Artie on the air, throw him to the wolves, is that a good thing? I don't know. You want to know something? I don't have a fucking clue, but I don't want to be responsible. And you know what? I have so many fucking shitheads who would say to me, hey, have Artie on. Come on, have Artie on. And then the second you have him on, someone will say to me, you fucking irresponsible shit. You're taking a sick guy and you're using him. And I just like, you know what? I've had enough. Fucking throw.
You know that.
No mas. I throw my hands up in the air. I don't know what to do. I'm admitting it. I don't know what to do.
I brought my friends Lojo and Frank Sebastiano and Arti Lang, my buddy that I did this movie with.
Is that the guy who got fired from Mad TV? Right.
Then this dude,
Artie,
you know, Artie bets like more money than he has. Like,
how much did you bet?
I bet like $15,000.
Okay.
Right? So then, of course, Tyson loses. So then he goes crazy. He doesn't know what to do. He's trying to get his money back, so he goes to the casino, loses a bunch of money in the casino.
How much did you lose in the casino?
Like another $5,000.
Okay, then you're down
like
20.
This sent you on a tear. Huh?
Yeah.
He just went into a spiral. Then he does a bunch of coke and beats up his manager.
Really?
And gets thrown in jail.
Really?
And then when he gets thrown in jail, some dude...
How come fat guys are all doing coke and they're still fat? I thought you get thin from doing coke.
Well, actually, I haven't done coke in like 8 months.
What, you go to rehab?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? What, do you just hang around with, like, Chris Farley and this guy? I mean, it's like all fat guys that do coke?
Really
weren't we going to call Don Omar? Wasn't I going to have
That was the idea.
So then he gets fired from the show.
Right.
He doesn't have any money. And
because he did the gambling and he got arrested
in jail
for beating up that guy?
Yeah. So then he has to go back to...
I didn't beat anybody up.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
So then he has to go back to New Jersey and become a cab driver.
Is that right? You're a cab driver now?
No.
That's sad.
I make a good living in show business.
Now he came back.
Did you go to rehab?
Well, Norm, yeah, I went
Did you clean the toilets and the whole thing?
No, I never cleaned.
When's the last time you did? So you had a big coke problem?
Not a big coke problem. Like, I never did it every day, but like once a month you couldn't find me for like 4 days. And it always ended bad, like with like naked in the cop car. And I went to like LA County Jail for like 4 days.
I love out of control guys. Yeah. I love out of control guys.
I hated LA. I mean, Mad TV treated me really well. They were nice to me.
They were good to you, Quincy Jones.
They gave me a break. Quincy Jones, like the best guy in the world.
Okay.
But I had a lot of problems.
Right.
And I was like really depressed out.
What were your problems? You gambled and you were on coke.
Gambling, a lot of booze.
And coke.
And coke, yeah.
Right.
Every once in a while, like I said, like once a month, I would say, oh, I'm going to do cocaine, and I just would get it would end up bad.
Yeah.
It never ended up good.
Right.
And the last time it ended up bad was in front of
Quincy Jones.
I can handle it.
No, but I was in front of. I got arrested at like 11 o'clock in the morning. I was up for like 3 days.
Right.
In front of the studio where we shot the show for possession of coke.
All right. So who caught you with the coke?
When he goes to jail, right?
Yeah.
Because you know how they rape you.
Yeah. You got raped?
No, he didn't get raped. He didn't get raped, but they put a special thing on you, like if you're either a snitch or a celebrity.
Right.
They put this in LA County Jail. They put a red band on you, and that means one of 3 things: either you're a celebrity, you're a snitch, or you're a murderer. So that means they separate you from the other
So they don't
inmates.
figure out.
So now they're playing a game trying to figure out what you are.
Yeah,
Well,
so
no
they
one
figure-
knows me. I'm not
Right.
a celebrity. Like,
So
no
you're
one
either a
watches
snitch or
the
a
show.
murderer.
Exactly.
Right.
So this Puerto Rican kid comes out to me and says,
Yo, man, what's up? What's that red band for?
I think that guy raped him in the ass.
Oh, stop it.
So the Puerto Rican guy comes up to you and he has a red
he
band.
just said, he goes,
Yo, man, what's that red band all about?
and I said, oh, no, I don't know. They just put it on me. At that point, I didn't know.
Right.
He goes,
What are you, a snitch?
Because you don't look like a murderer and you don't look like a celebrity.
right. Well, he goes, I couldn't be a celebrity. I mean,
Right,
I'm
'cause-
on like a Fox late night show.
You
Yeah.
don't look like you murdered anybody.
has
Chief,
no
the
idea.
cops, the only ones that recognize you as a celebrity are the cops, and they put a red band
But
on
the
you.
worst part is all the guards. They have these real bad attitudes, you know,
Right,
these guards.
right.
And they saw the red band on me.
Right.
And the one guy doesn't know why I have a red band on, so he asked one of the people who like checked me in.
Yeah.
Checked my ass for contraband.
Right.
One of
Oh,
those
wow.
people.
You had a whole search and everything?
Oh, it was bad. I was standing like next to all these like black guys naked, getting my ass checked.
A lot of fucking vices, though, I'm trying to get rid of. Over the years, I've also developed an enormous gambling problem. You're not in show business for a decade and dressed like this without a bad gambling problem. I was making 35 grand a week on a sitcom. I'm wearing the same jacket I wore at a Rush concert in 1981. And the reason I got no money from gambling is because I like to bet on the New York football cocksucking fucker fuck me in the ass Giants. The Giants haven't covered a fucking game since the Reagan administration. The Giants used to be a lot more frustrating to bet on because they had this old guy who was like a drunk and he had Alzheimer's disease and he announced the fucking games on the radio and he always made mistakes. So if you had a bet on the game, you didn't know what the fuck was going on. This guy Jim Gordon would say shit like this on the radio. You'd have a bet and he'd go like this, he'd go, Sims drops back looking for a receiver. He's going way deep, long, way down for Baker, baby. Touchdown Giants. No, he dropped it. One time, this was years ago, I had $500 to my name. So I put $1,000 on a Giant game. You want to spruce up a boring Sunday, Arizona, I'll fucking tell you what. Put double your net worth on a football game and then get drunk watching it. Beats the fucking living shit out of any New Year's Eve you'll ever have.
Artie committed suicide? Oh, my goodness.
There's a difference between slowly doing it.
What did you do? What were you trying to do, my
Oh,
friend?
my God.
What do you got there? What did you do?
I wasn't. Can I read another Ashley Madison spot? I don't think I was ready to. No, when I was at Mad TV, I was all coked up and I ran out of coke, which sucks.
Life sucks when you run out of coke and you're into it.
Right, and I was out of my mind, and I wrote a note to my mother and sister. It was a full.
Oh, you did the whole note.
Full
Then you were for
blown,
real.
Absolutely for real.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't necessarily mean for real.
Well, what happened was.
Cry for help.
Always.
Yeah, well, what I did was I had these Restorol sleeping tablets, 30 milligrams. It was pretty strong. And you took one for 12 hours. And I took about 25 of them.
That's serious.
Okay. Then I had a whole bottle of Excedrin PM. I took the whole bottle, whatever the fuck is in a bottle.
Jesus.
And then I had a half.
Swallowed all that.
Yes, and I had a half a bottle of Jack Daniels left.
Oh.
And I just swigged it.
And then what did you do?
I figured that would do the trick.
On you? I don't know.
Right. So I.
You're talking about.
From Artie, I'm taking triple that. But go ahead.
And the note was, I remember the note verbatim because it wasn't that long. And
yeah, what'd you say in the note?
The note was to my mother and sister. And it said, Ma and Stace. I said, I'm sorry about this, but I can't deal with life for some reason.
Right.
None of this is your fault. Do me a favor and keep on living. Maybe I'll see you again someday. And I signed my name.
Oh,
So
that's heavy.
I left it there on a big.
You're always like, I'll give you money on Monday. And then you don't give me money on Monday.
I give you money all the time,
and you wave
motherfucker.
$500 in front of me. I need that $500.
All right,
I
so
fucking
and then
scream
you
for
always
it.
get it. You always get that money.
But then I have to prod and poke you for it, and I hate doing that.
But Artie,
it's not your paycheck. Because it's not your paycheck.
Doing these little
prod and poke me for money.
But
that
Artie,
he doesn't.
No bullshit. Half the paycheck isn't in the.
Artie, I got to take umbrage with you for one thing.
Howard, you're being wrong.
Can I tell you why
you're being wrong.
I'm right?
You're coddling him.
No,
because,
I'm not.
Because
I'm going to tell you something.
Whatever.
All
right, hear my point of view.
It really fucked up, man.
No, I hate you, Ted.
Really, yeah.
No, Artie, no. Artie, stop it. Artie, stop it. Stop it.
Teddy.
Stop it.
Whoa.
Artie, no. Artie.
Go! Now, close the door! Jesus Christ, you people are crazy!
Steal my fucking money, Ted!
Oh, wait a second.
Wow.
I keep telling. Why are you bringing this up?
I don't
Look
know
at this. They can't hold on.
No, Artie, stop it.
Jesus.
Drew says, quote, I need to pray for him. That's the bottom line. His continued insistence of calling the shots himself will continue to end in the same place.
I'm not calling the shots myself.
Which is abusing.
I'm not calling the shots myself. And that motherfucker, I got news for you. I like that guy, but they want me on that Celebrity Apprentice so fucking bad.
So he's hoping that everything.
And I'll tell you what, I'm not allowed.
Rehab.
A Celebrity Rehab.
Right.
Okay, they don't care about me on Celebrity Apprentice, right? On Celebrity Rehab, I'm not allowed to tell you the last figure they offered me.
Really?
Why?
That was so high.
They asked me not to.
Because you're getting offered so much money
Yes,
that
and others
Gonna
people
ruin
want
it for
it.
everybody else.
Gary Busey's getting 25 cents.
Yeah, I mean, look, and I know it's because I'm on the show and
They
everything,
really
but
want you, huh?
well, yeah,
$500,000?
fuck.
He said addicts are notorious for outwitting law enforcement. Maybe they'll be able to sit on him for a while. It's not a long-term solution. There's a much deeper problem here.
Celebrity Rehab's a long-term solution.
Yeah.
He needs a program of recovery, and until he does that, his life is in real danger. Drew says he needs to go to a place where people get sober and stay for 6 months.
On camera.
Well, Artie makes a point on camera. So, all right, listen, Artie's convinced that he is going to prove Drew wrong.
Do you have the keys to your car?
And one of the people who stayed in touch with me was Dr. Drew, and I can honestly say that helped save my life. So,
Artie, that's
what
very
else?
kind.
I mean, what else can you say about somebody? And my
That's very kind.
family feels the same way about him. So, Dr. Drew Pinsky's here, and welcome.
It's a pleasure.
In the last 4 years, I've had 2 relapses. In Paris, I got drunk, and I got arrested 2 years ago. And
That's good.
A little over 6 months ago, I got a prescription for Vicodin from a doctor. Me. The receptionist recognized me, and I had back pain, and they gave me a prescription. I got 10. Okay, it was supposed to last me for 10 days.
Yeah.
I took 10 in 8 hours.
Yeah, of course.
And then the one thing is, I went to an AA meeting afterwards, which is something I never would have done before.
Yeah.
And I got great friends, and you call them. I had a sponsor for the first time in my life. But the fact of the matter is,
That's good.
as soon as it got
You
in my
did the right
hand,
thing. And did your thinking get screwed up immediately?
no, as soon as it got there, and it shows you how weak you
Weak?
get.
It's not weak. That's the biology of this disease. I'm sorry, but that's what makes me so angry about this.
Right, because
It's
I
not
mean,
weak.
you're a guy. It's a
triggering
disease. Yeah.
You're triggering a disorder in your brain of motivational disturbance. Where
Anyway, the last thing in the world you want to do is go to this hotel again. They'll trace the call and put you straight behind bars. No, I'm moving to the Tropicana right away. I think I'll probably use a different name, but I'll let you know what it is. And
Maybe I should take a swim, I thought.
yes, sir. They nailed this guy for child molesting. He swore he didn't do it. Why should I fuck with children, he said. They're too small. So what? Extract of pineal. Sure, that's a good idea. One whiff of that stuff will turn you into something out of a goddamn medical encyclopedia. Beautiful fucking tits. Your head will swell up like a watermelon. Probably gain about 100 pounds in 2 hours. Right? Or claws. Bleeding warts. Yes. And then you notice about 6 huge hairy tits swelling up on your back. You go blind. Your body will turn to wax. Now I have to put you in a wheelbarrow. And when you scream for help, you'll sound like a raccoon. Man, I'll try just about anything. But I'd never in hell touch a peeling of gland.